Hi everyone, welcome to Zen Studios. It's time to go fast with a new build from our friends at Deagostini Collectibles. Alrighty, it's a new build on the bench. This is the Oracle RedBull Racing RB19. This is the Max Verstappen #1 Red Bull Oracle Racing car. This is the 2023 RB19 that he won the Formula One World Championship with. This is the most dominant car in the history of Formula One. Which, if you follow Formula One, that's a long time to be making history like that. From Deagostini Collectibles. This isn't available right now. It is sold out at the moment, but I do not know if there's going to be a second run of this in the United States. There is going to be a second run of it in the UK, and it is still available in other territories. If you are in Argentina or Mexico, the Latin American countries, you get the number 11 Checo Perez version of this car, and it's officially licensed by Oracle RedBull Racing. We'll put the brochure to one side. We'll start out with this letter. Looks exactly like the cover of the brochure, and basically tells you how it works. All the information is on deagostini.com. And this is basically just a welcome letter welcoming you to the build. This build, I think, is going to be really, really popular worldwide, and I'm really, really glad that I got in on it. I hope if you do want to build this that they do a second run, because the parts for it look absolutely fantastic. We'll get to the parts in a minute. We'll look at the brochure. So it opens up. Here's Max Verstappen, and a little bit of background about the car and the Formula One season that it was part of. And then it opens up into a poster showing you exactly what this is going to have about it. It has rear wing and diffuser, exhaust system. This is going to come with 3 sets of tires with a trolley to carry them, which is really, really cool. It has a replica of the Honda RBT engine. I'll talk about that in a second. Steering wheel turns the wheels, and it has all of the instruments on it. The chassis is precision engineered, and it has superb detailing with all of these pre-painted sponsor decals, and this beautiful yellow, red, and blue Red Bull colors that have been iconic for so many years. Dimensions, 27.6 inches. I think this car is slightly bigger than 1/8 scale, even though it says it's 1/8 scale. I think it's about 1/7 scale, so right in between 1/8 and 1/6. And it's 9.8 inches high, which that seems a little tall for me. I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate, but we'll see that as we go through it. As you can see, it does say it's 1/8 scale, but I do think it's slightly bigger. This car, Deagostini was not allowed to laser scan or 3D scan the full-size version of this car to create the replica, which is why I think the dimensions are slightly inaccurate for 1/8 scale. And also the engine underneath is going to be what they think an engine in an RB19 might look like. Because if you've ever been around Formula One, everything's super, super secretive. Nobody can see anything. And there's probably a lot of the technology that's in this car that is on the current car that they're using in this Formula One season. So, but it's going to be an amazing car to build. I'm really, really excited to get going with this. I wanted a modern day open wheel race car in my collection for a long time. So we're going to get going on. Here's the back cover of the brochure. So you can see Welcome Checo and Max Verstappen. This is the magazine for issue 1 and issue 2. In the United States, our magazines are in the digital format. So I'll go ahead and talk to you how to access those. All right, if I go to my screen share, this is the Deagostini Collectibles website. Excuse me. This is the US version. As you can see, it has the 1.6 Shelby Mustang, the Ferrari, and then the Jeff Gordon NASCAR. The RedBull RB19 is down here. If you click on it, it's no longer available. So if it comes back, this website will go back to a pre-order situation. So we'll see. Up in the upper right-hand corner is where you'll find your customer account. So this is my dashboard. You can see all of your builds up top. This one is the only one I'm doing from Deagostini Collectibles at the moment. I am still doing a number of partwork models from Fan Home, which is their partner company for all the pop culture collection. And your assembly guides, you can find them right here. You can view them just like this, or you can download them as a PDF if you want to save them for later. I save all of my PDF magazines. My 66 Batmobile and the Ford Falcon also have these digital magazine format. And since I don't have the physical magazines, I would like to still keep record of everything that was included in the collection. So that's how you access your assembly guides and for how to put these together. Because of the digital format, I will not be showing these instructions on the screen, but hopefully you can still follow along and get some enjoyment out of watching this come together. All right, we're going to start with stage 1. We flip that around the right way, which has the parts for the front wing and the nose, and it does have your screwdriver in there. So if you don't have your own screwdriver, I will be using my own screwdriver, but if you don't have one, it won't inhibit you from getting started on this fantastic model. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this open. I'll grab my own screwdriver and we'll get. Alrighty, the screwdrivers I use are Wera screwdrivers. You can get these from Amazon, or you can get them from our good friend Mike Lane over at Mike Lane Mods. He's an official distributor for these. These are the essential screwdriver for partwork models. They work the best out of anything I've tried. So definitely get yourself a PH0. This will be good for most of your screws, and a PH1 is bigger. These are really good for metal parts and larger screws. So we'll put those to one side. And how I get these out of their box is you take an X-Acto blade and cut around the bottom. Put that to one side. That looks really good on the base, doesn't it? I really like that. Alright, we can peel these apart. So here's our screwdriver. This does look to be a PHO. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that to one side. And all the pieces of the front wing. Let's grab the big one first. These are plastic, but they're brilliantly painted. I don't know if you can see, but they have all the carbon fiber detailing on them. They look really, really nice. I'm really, really excited to build this one. And then we have type A screws, which come in their own bag here. Put those there. I'm going to get all this out. There we go. Maybe I'll just leave those in there. Okay, I like to work on a towel for the most part, even when we're dealing with plastic parts, especially precision plastic parts like these. So the first thing we're going to need is this nose cone, brilliantly painted with the Oracle. If I can get that to focus. And HRC logos on it. I'm going to turn that over. Grab these 8 screws. Alright, we're going to put this one in right here with one of these 8 screws. These look like they're big enough where I can use my PH1 screwdriver for these. That first one is in. We'll grab its partner on the other side. Now, once again, these are plastic pieces, so you want to make sure that you're being careful that you don't snap any of them, because they are quite tight to go in. First couple in, just like that. Now we're going to go the next ones down. And I'll get... Alright, and there we go. And they're in just like that. The last thing to do for stage 1 is to put the bottom nose section and put that on. screw that into place. And that's what it looks like at the end of stage 1. I'm not too concerned about having these be really tight yet, because in the second stage we have the end plates to go on, and then this gets sealed up on the bottom. So once those end plates go on, we'll still have access to these screws, and we can tighten them up and make sure this is nice and solid. Alright, and as I mentioned, here's stage 2. We have the furthest bottom part of the front wing, we have the halo and the end plates in here, and we have some more of these A screws. So I'll go ahead and get this open and we'll take a look. Alright, and here we have our parts for stage 2. We do have the halo, which this is metal. It looks really, really good. It's a really, really heavy piece, actually. Really good quality on the halo right there. So we'll put that to one side because we don't need that for this stage. So what we're going to start with are these end plates. Just to one side for a second. These are brilliantly painted in that midnight blue RedBull livery, which I really just love. The RedBull colors. And then, so the Claro logo is going to go to the inside. So this one's going to be the right hand side one. And as you can see, there's these slots that fit into the pins on the wing itself. So we'll go ahead and we'll get these in and see if we need to glue them. I don't think we do. There's one. Two. Oops. Came out. There's that one in place. And we'll do the same on the other side. Let me see if I can do this in better camera action for you. Oops. There's that side done. I did break this piece off, so I will have to glue that back on. I'll do that off camera later. And now we need the bottom of the front wing, looking just like this. There's a hole right here. That in there. It goes into the end plates like the others. On the two end plates are in just like that. If you're looking for a size, this assembly is about 10 inches wide. It's really, really big. This is going to be a really, really cool looking car when it's all finished. Cool looking already. So there's that. The last thing we have to do is grab the lower section of the nose. And put that on, just like this. And they've given us another bag of A screws. And generally speaking, you don't have to put parts in that are plastic. You don't have to put the screws in oil. Because they cut their threads into the plastic. There we go. Now we have a completed front wing of Max Verstappen's RedBull RB19. Next pack should be along in a couple of weeks. The first pack is 2 stages. The second and third packet is 3 stages, and I think it goes up to 5 after that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep this going. So we do have this front wing section, and we also have this brilliant metal halo. Looking really, really good. A really, really good start. I'm really, really excited. The quality of the parts is really, really nice, and the color of them is just out of this world. Looks really, really good. Thank you so much for joining us on Zed Studios. Join us next time for another build, or if this is the only one that you're watching, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks a lot. Take care.